Chapter 61. Negotiations. I need to organize my thoughts in order to answer the telepathy which has been cast from the great orange monkey. Negotiations are not so likely to lead a reasonable solution. From the beginning, if the great orange monkey wanted a rational solution, they would have used the telepathy from the start. Still, the battle can't be avoided if both sides act on instinct. I will only escape and abandoning the cave if that happened. I am still piercing the throat of the orange monkey that is limp from eating the poisoned dried meat with my nail. Assembling my thoughts, I cast the thought to the great orange monkey. This fellow will die if left as it is, and only the black lizard's detoxification can cure it. Think about this and let us go. Staring at the great orange monkey, I strongly pray. There's not much reaction from the great orange monkey. I'm anxious whether my thoughts is really transmitted or not. Could it be that telepathy only works one way? If it is like that, then I'm done for. Negotiation refused. Once hostile, we won't let go. Unless offer sacrifice, then may let go. こいつはこのままだと毒で死ぬが、黒々ならげ毒できる。その対価に俺たちを見逃してくれ? The only reason I can think of is that the boss is talking in gibberish, not to mention that some words that should be in hiragana is in katakana instead, thus confusing my translation app. So I'm trying my best to show that. Contrary to my anxiety, a reply came. Seeing the great orange monkey, it seems like telepathy are not only used to send thoughts, but it can also receive others' strong thoughts. Although I'm relieved that telepathy works both ways, the reply that came is not really desirable. If the black lizard die, then so am I. I'm pretty confident that both sides will suffer. It is not a bluff. I'll attack them to draw their attention. The black lizard will roll in and sprinkles poison gas, so it's pretty easy to kill each other. Wik kicha strajkaut skrakcio hichate ifer, sorega verano philosophy. I kill Nagano Zenito Ritsamita. 弱気派脱割れ窮地勝てる、それが我らの理念。我とて親を殺し、蝶の座にとり詰めた。It's saying something about weak and will kill if attacked. It's useless. Even now that I can communicate, its thoughts were completely that of monster. It cannot understand me clearly. W8. In that case, I. Meijikroveis dana. 順位。魔力の無駄だな. No clue, something about magic power. The telepathy is cut at the same time. If that is the case, I can't get away from it who raise its speed by reinforcement magic. Although I may win in term of speed if I use roll at maximum speed, given the orange monkey characteristic skill dexterity and title skill forest acrobat, if I think about the loss of time having to curve and avoid obstacles, I'll say it's 50-50. Is there anything I can do? One word that can change the situation, is there such a magic word? Should I offer them the dried meat? No, then the reason for them to withdraw is gone. The negotiation content from the telepathy, the characteristic of the great orange monkey that demands it, and the detailed information that I obtained from the monster. After straining my thoughts, I give an offer to the great orange monkey, half in resignation and half in desperation. In that case, a duel. I challenge you to a duel. I roughly understood the meaning of duel among the orange monkey. It's a matter of respect, a way of choosing their leader as well as related to their evolution. Thinking carefully, for a duel to be one-sidedly offered by another race, I'm not sure it would accept it. But the personality and emotion of the great orange monkey are mixed when the telepathy communication is sent. It kind of give me a, by chance kind of hope. If I succeed, I will lose the disadvantage of the numerical difference by fighting the one-on-one. If I can stop the recovery source by crushing the boss, killing the other four is easy. There is no response from the orange monkey. If it becomes a confusing fight, it is possible for the black lizard to get near you. If you accept the duel and defeat me, the worry is lost too. Can it get any better for you? If you accept, I will detoxify the poison in those two. That should be a big plus for you. Originally, duel is an alternative, avoid huge collision among different group. Before accept, need approval from many family, but it doesn't matter. You make lizard heal those two, my best guess. 元踊り子決闘派、大体割りか、いなる軍での衝突で行割れることだ。前例派ないが、各科に異種族と派成立しないということもない。貴様がトカゲと2体の軍でだというのならな。It accept? It decides to ride along? If we heal them, will they attack us all at once? No, it's not. I can see a glimpse of the great orange monkey flowed with telepathy communication. It is not a fellow that will spout a lie. Without the persuasive power from telepathy communication, I won't even consider to offer such a proposal. So be it, Power Tairu. Gairanaha settled Getsuka made Teed Shihasa Sinai. Dual Toyo nominal would take over, we Ranatataha soul row improvement Diri, sacred Nara ritual. Sorwo break reason flowering rush. いいだろう、情ってある。奴らには、決着がつくまで手でしはさせない。決闘という名目を取る以上、我らにとっては魂の向上であり、神聖なる儀式。それを破る道理はない。Something about accepting the duel, something about it being a sacred ritual. The great orange monkey sends a message with telepathy communication to his minions to solidify. I slowly retract my arm that suppressed the orange monkey and slowly part with it. The other orange monkeys approach, it carried the weak orange monkey and grouped together. With my eyes I send a signal to the black lizard prompting detoxification. There was a bit of hesitation from the black lizard after checking from confirmation from me again. It timidly approaches the orange monkey and heal the two using detoxification. A? Triple A. The orange monkeys go face to face to consult something. Black lizard seems to have noticed something, it retreated to gain some distance. Then the two orange monkey move quickly and catch the black lizard. Kishi. Kishii. Ga. I glares at the great orange monkey while barking. Don't misunderstand. This lizard will not interrupt our duel. You win against me, I release it. When the black lizard retreat, I intended to let the great orange monkey eat some poison before the other orange monkey tried to caught it. I guess it's no good. Just as I managed to steal a glance at the great orange monkey's character, it also manages to grasp mine. It's likely that he had predicted it. Although I win pure status-wise, the great orange monkey has stat correction magic. Plus my HP is already been reduced plenty. Though it's going to be rough, I still propose this outcome. It's better than the difference in force from a while ago. Chapter 62. The Duel. I stand face to face with the great orange monkey. Ah, eh ah ah. Ow ah ah. While holding the black lizard, the orange monkeys seem to both shout something unanimously. They seem to be excited about this. For the orange monkey, the duel seems to be a very important ritual. Ew. The great orange monkey is mumbling something while approaching slowly towards me. Once again, I check the status of the great orange monkey. Race, great orange monkey. State, quickened, powerful. LV, 27/40. HP 198/198. Mepe. Patruzeci no osuta patruzeci. The status rise still remain? Damn it. I hope the effect will wear off soon. The telepathy only consume 5 MP? I should have wasted more time talking to it. First of all I have to do shaved off the 49 MP left. He can recover as long as he have this. Normal skills. Bite, LV4 large nail, LV4 stone throwing, LV4. Indiscriminate imitation, LV3 clay wall, LV2 monkey whistle, LV3. Rest wide, LV4 quick, LV2 power, LV1. Telepathy, LV1. His skill weren't all that different from the ordinary orange monkey. I really need to consider about the monkey whistle skill. If another great orange monkey appears after I defeat it, I'm really gonna die. Its build looks more like a person in charge of supporting magic, though it looks like I seem to be able to manage somehow. I'm pretty worn out. When looking at the consumption rate of wide rest, the MP consumption for one time is around 10 and the recovery amount of HP is 80 points. So it will likely to be used 5 times throughout the fight before it can only fight normally. Somehow I want him to deplete his MP to use other skills. For the time being it is best to aim for the effect of quick and power to run out. However, even when it was clad in magic, the effect should not have that much time left. Is his plan also to buy time in the beginning? The great orange monkey switches from bipedal to all four and greatly shrinks the distance between us by bending forward. It accelerates by pushing the ground with its hands. The distance is cut all at once. As I thought, it plans to niche this while quick is still valid. This is because it will be disadvantageous when we fight, as there will be no recovery magic later on. I step back and shoot my baby breath. The great orange monkey jumped to avoid the current of hot air, as it is easily got past it. I don't understand the intention of the opponent, so I just directed my neck, chasing the jumping great orange monkey with my eyes. Then I noticed that there is a big tree over there. I change the direction of my body in a hurry, preparing to cope with the next movement from the great orange monkey. The great orange monkey kicks the tree while still in the air. Its direction is straight towards me. I can't intercept it with breath in time. Even if I can, the opponent is prepared to take the damage as it has a means of recovery. The great orange monkey used this move simply because it knows this well. I turned my wings to the front, covering my body. Immediately after, the weight of the great orange monkey carrying the momentum of the fall comes down. The me who received the impact greatly thrown to the back, flying at the same speed of the great orange monkey's speed. I need to keep in mind that it may pursuit. This guy is strong. The movement is completely different from when it's in a group against me. This could be because it was wary of the black lizard back then. I kick the ground with all my strength and open my wings to fly up and get on a tree branch at a high position. Ugh! The great orange monkey strike the tree that I have gotten on. The tree started to rapidly swinging back and forth as I cling to the branches with stretched out hands. The speed the great orange monkey was climbing the tree was tremendous. He was coming closer and closer to me. Shit! Has the effect of the magic still not cut off yet? I separated from the branch and fall down. Because the great orange monkey immediately follows and jumps down, I took some distance with roll. Then I heard the sound of the huge body of the great orange monkey collides with the ground behind me. What's wrong, small dragon? You have been running from the start of the duel. That is an insult to me and also to the ceremony. N. Shit, another. This one is easier than before. I heard the great orange monkey from the telepathy. It voices its opinion openly. Do you know about my circumstances? I'll be crushed as soon as I stopped. At least ban the use of recovery magic. Although I really want to voice my complaints, the two orange monkey that saw my appearance put more power to the hand that is holding the black lizard. They even pointed at me, showing their dissatisfaction. The easy-to-understand booing gesture. Having presented the rule from the other side, if I break the rule of the duel, harm will be done to the black lizard that is held hostage. I got it already. If you really want me to attack that much, I will give it a go at once. I dropped the speed of my roll to attract the great orange monkey to come and chase me. I got into the range of the great orange monkey and avoid the stretch-out hands from left and right. A suitable tree, oh, that one is good. Both the height and thickness are just perfect. It seems to be considerably strong. It even had a branch at just the right position too, and the shape of the root is the best. I put the tree into my aim and accelerated towards it. Also, the great orange monkey speed up after me. I hit the tree with scales to spike into it and ran vertically up the body on the tree. AAA? The body of the great orange monkey wore a face filled with surprise as it stops before the tree. When the great orange monkey is trying to grasp the situation, it was left vulnerable for a moment. After I ran up a tree, I flip my body from the branch directly overhead. I jump straight into the great orange monkey's face. While still in roll, I extend my tail in the air, beating the face of the great orange monkey. The tail turns at high speed like a whip. Go! The great orange monkey crouched on the spot. I retracted my tail and decided to tackle using the roll skill to vigorously run through the orange monkey, forcing him to take some distance. As expected, this one works. Race, great orange monkey. State, confusion minimum. LV, 27/40. HP, 43/198. MP, 48/140. Oh, it deals more than I thought. It deals some damage to its defense. Was it my work? It would take 2 times of using wide rest to refill the used portion of this HP. I can see the goal. Or rather, that support magic effect is gone. Although the confusion state is not that big, this is great. It was worth it hurling myself, crashing his head with all my might. If it is like this, I can sink it at once. Chapter 63. The conclusion of the duel with the great orange monkey. This is a good opportunity for me to win now that his support magic has expired. At this rate, I can finish it in a flash. I rounded my limbs again and shortened the distance between me and the great orange monkey with roll. Although I'm moving in a straight line, it is enough for the great orange monkey without his quick buff. Circling around him, I decide to tackle him from his blind spot. Ow! In a moment, the earth wall rose, protecting the back of the great orange monkey. I launched myself up and over him, passing through the air right above the great monkey, and struck the trunk of a distant tree. TCH, well, it's still fine. Since clay wall is used, that's a big plus for me. To be able to create a wall surrounding himself in that kind of condition, as expected from a great orange monkey. Although he has way more MP than the other 3 orange monkey, he should have used up a lot of it. With this, the great orange monkey will no longer be able to use its recovery and body strengthening magic since his MP is almost empty. With this, the great orange monkey has lost its support. I stood up and glared at the wall of earth. The great orange monkey also stared at me from the inside of the clay wall. Race, great orange monkey. State, quick large. LV, 27/40. HP, 43/198. MP, 840. This guy can't recover his HP. He wanted to use the rest of his MP on his speed buff, and now he hardly had any MP left. It seems he judges that he gains nothing from prolonging the fight, so he decided to go for a short-term all-out battle. No matter how much he recovers, it would be useless if he's only getting one-sidedly beaten once his stats went down. If I think about it properly, investing in speed instead of recovery as your lifeline, it seems to be quite a good decision. Ach! The great orange monkey kicked off of a nearby tree and with the recoil launched itself to the tree I was at. No matter how you look at it, this is quite fast. I could tell his speed has approached the maximum speed of my roll. Anyway, confronting the great orange monkey that was jumping at me, I respond with baby breath. I thought he would have avoided it, but he just cut straight through the hot air. I cancel the breath and bend my body backward. Yuck! Receiving the mass of the great orange monkey, my body fly backwards. The great orange monkey kicked the ground to jump up, aiming to pursue. Crap, I can't avoid this. In a moment I extended my tail. After just a brief moment, I felt my tail touching a branch. I then proceed to wrap my tail around the branches and initiate roll. My body wound up like a coil around the thick, sturdy branch at a very high speed. Ach! I was able to put my whole mass into countering the momentum of the incoming boss. The great orange monkey fell down, sprawling on the ground. I stand on top of the branch, wiping cold sweat from my brow. That was close, one more blow and I'm done. However, with this I understood. This guy, he can control his body at a fast speed. As of now, his movements have become dull. The great orange monkey lying on the ground was fully exhausted. This is the evidence why he should have avoided that breath attack. Although I thought the body-strengthening magic was awesome, it also likely puts quite a large burden on the body. Still, I know it would be impossible for me to keep dodging with that speed. Basically, investing all of his MP to speed will strengthen the offensive power. It basically brings the battle into a head-on frontal clash. Bruises appears on me just by barely escaping from his repeated blow. As for the counter-attack, I throw that away as I lack the initiative. The opponent certainly is too fast. Holding out when he hits me, I hit him back. If it is right now, it is possible to shave his HP. He is a balanced type with a support build, so he lacks offensive ability. I get down to the ground face to face with the great orange monkey. Hey, come. I'm clashing against you face to face just like you asked. Even though I am more suitable for a sly sneak attack. Gah! I provoked using roar. The great orange monkey bare his teeth, faintly laughing. Eh. He barks as opposed to me and runs straight. He kicked the earth at the last minute and his arm had been stretched out to the maximum his strike against me. You can do claw attack? I stuck my tail on the side of my body, catching the claw of the great orange monkey. Although tail is torn together with the scale, it is much better than my body being scooped out. My right arm, which I had extended at the same time I sacrificed my tail as a guard, I jabbed the face of the great orange monkey real hard. Ogo! It hit. Normal skill Dragon Punch SLV went up from 2 to 3. With this I won. The great orange monkey eyes roll back and turn white and started to fall onto his back. Ua! His movement stopped and was on the verge of falling onto the ground, but got back up at once again. You're kidding me. His HP a little while ago. While I was thinking, the great orange monkey cocks his fist. I tried to block it, but I was too late. He got a good hit on me. Ga. My consciousness is fading. This shitty monkey, I'll hit you till you stay wide-eyed. Gaha. The back fist gives a hit on my chin. As I thought, it's still painful even when the speed is reduced. I thought I had won and let loose my guard. While the great orange monkey diverted his body backward, I saw that he grasped a fist. It will be bad if that one hit me. Even though the great orange monkey has a large build, I can't completely evade that attack. Attack earlier than the other side, that's the only way. Even the great orange monkey should be almost dead. One more hit and I should win. Without any aim, I shoot Dragon Punch straight. On the orbit of my punch appears the face of the great orange monkey. A firm touch is felt on my fist. It captured the bones of his face. This time around I'll be sure to end it with this. Almost at the same time, a firm one touches my forehead. In the next moment, a tremendous impact is received and I fall down in place. Kishi! Kishi! Ah! Eh! Ow! Aoa! The black lizard cries out. The orange monkey also cried, fully excited. The heartbreaking tone of black lizard and orange monkeys cry like they just receive a blessing. It was that kind of commotion. It sounded like there was a heartbreaking tone from the black lizard cry, while the orange monkeys sounded like they just received a blessing. Not really sure about this one. What? Did I lose? From that brain of mine, the one that is starting to lose consciousness, a sentence floats up. Experience points obtained 162. Title skills Walking Egg, LV additional 162 experience points gained. Child Plague Dragon went up from LV 37 to LV 39. Ivuvon. I did it. Now one more level for the next evolution. It's no use, no more, my consciousness. Title skills Boss of the group, LV1 obtained. Chapter 64. The Orange Monkeys. Where am I? This soft feeling, fur carpet? I smell a beast and a faint aroma of phi berries. Kishi. 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 When I opened my eyes, the black lizard was nearby. Ugh. I proposed a duel to the great orange monkey. Then we started beating each other until I was knocked down, but I received the experience points. Seeing that I'm still alive, did I win after all? Race, Child Plague Dragon. Status, Normal. LV, 39/40. HP, 55/167. MEP, 144-163. It was not all the way, but my physical strength has been reasonably recovered. I am also about to reach my evolution. Well, it looks like I did win after all. It also looks like the orange monkeys stayed true to their promise and seem to have departed. With this, I don't have to worry about the dried meat being stolen. They also would never came back to this cave for revenge of their boss being killed. Kishi. The black lizard came over and jumped on me with a happy expression. I pat the back of the black lizard that has flopped down and was lying on top of me. But still, even if the cave is near, how did it carry me? When looking at the black lizard with such a doubt, seeming like it understood the question I wanted to ask, Kishi, it cries. Eh? What? The black lizard jumped off of me and guided my line of sight towards the opposite side of the room. I immediately found that the 4 orange monkeys were lined up in a row. Oh. Oh. Ow. Ah. The orange monkeys waved their arms up and down while howling excitedly. Hey. What's with these guys so relaxed in my home? Wait a minute, something isn't right. Black lizard glanced at the orange monkeys and then it moved its line of sight back to me. With a puzzled or rather confused face, what should these guys do, is what it seems to ask. No, I'm the one who wants an explanation. Why are they here? GA. As I stand up barking, far from running away, the orange monkeys approached. Without breaking the 4-unit arrangement, they arrived and got on their knees. Wait a minute, no, seriously, stop. What is this harassment? Can I send you guys flying and turn you into experience points? I should be able to evolve with room to spare. The appearance and behavior of the orange monkeys is strange. Suddenly I became their boss, somehow that's the feeling I get. Who do you think I am, that you would think that I would just overlook the terrible thing you did before? 俺は何かとんでもないことを見過ごしていたんじゃないのか? Originally, duel is alternate method to settle dispute among the crowd. Need different family approval, but I don't care. This is that boss monkey annoying words from few chapters before. Can't really translate his line. I remember the telepathy talk with the great orange monkey. To avoid further separation, a duel is carried out whenever different groups collide. If a boss of a group loses the duel, the boss's seat can be expected to move to the winner. Could it be when a duel of the boss between different group happens, it's a custom that the winner gains the subordinates of the losing party? Great Orange Monkey, D+ rank monster. By winning a certain number of duels, an orange monkey can evolve into this form. Aside from this method, the orange monkey had no other ways to evolve into Great Orange Monkey. It might be related to the evolution, but the orange monkey group regarded the duel as something sacred. Also, it will learn a lot of support magic to empower the crowd. After a sufficient number of duels have been had, an evolution will become available. Although it's hard to believe, I believe I have an idea of the thing required to change the evolutionary path. The next evolution of a being is affected by the skills that the monster had. The title skills seem to influence it the most. For the Great Orange Monkey, it is necessary to have the title skill boss of the group, LV5. Don't tell me that since the Great Orange Monkey had that, if another person dueled with him. I checked my skills in a hurry. Title skills. Son of the Dragon King, LV Walking Eggs, LV Clumsy, LV4. Just a Fool, LV1 Infighter, LV4 Pest Killer, LV3. Lie Spitter, LV2 Evasion King, LV1 Relief Spirit, LV5. Tiny Hero, LV2 The Path of Evil, LV3 Disaster, LV1. Chicken Runner, LV2 Cook, LV3 King of Meanness, LV1. Guts LV1 Big Game Eater Giant Killing LV1 Pottery Craftsman LV4 Boss of the Group LV1 Ofui. It really is added at the bottom. I did not notice it at all. Oh wow. The orange monkeys started making some noise. They seemed to celebrate the birth of a new boss. Although I rule them, I can't seem to catch them somehow. Because it's regarded as sacred in line with the ritual or something like that. 支配されるという受け止め方はしないようだ。儀式にのっとった神聖なものと捉えてるんだから、そりゃそうか。Kishii. The black lizard had a sorrowful look. Apparently, the black lizard seemed to have guessed what was in the mind of the orange monkey. It really seems to hate them. Well, to begin with, their relationship started with them wanting to kill each other. Speaking of which, saying that because the ceremony duel is finished, I'm their boss now, it certainly is a bit funny of an idea. まあ、殺しかけ、殺されかけた仲だもんな。どっちかといえば、儀式を終えたからあいつボスな、と割り切っているあいつらの方が絶対おかしい。Not too sure about this. Sure. Kishii. The black lizard opened its mouth, showing its fangs to me. After that it bent its neck, narrowed its eyes and turned it to the orange monkeys. This gesture it showed me is what it uses before preparing for a fight. Even if you show it, the other side doesn't seem like they are in the mood to fight. When I have this title skill, I might not even need to wait for a chance to sneak attack. この称号スキルがある限り好きついての闇討ちもしてきねえだろうし。Their hands are close to a human being's, more so than my own, so chores, cave extension, or even ceramic art can be better than mine, too. I feed the black lizard some dried meat to calm it down. I proceed to pick it up before it does something uncalled for. GA. For now I tell the black lizard that I do not wish to fight. Even though the black lizard still acted hostile towards the orange monkeys, it reluctantly retracted its fangs. Chapter 65. The Banquet. The orange monkeys are unexpectedly useful. The 4 followers have prepared and went out. They have hunted suitable monsters and came back. The great orange monkeys did not seem to go with their daily hunt together with them very much. A dash. The orange monkey slightly lowers his head and put today's game in front of me. There are gray wolves, giant rabbits, and nuts. What is this? Aren't they super excellent? Ow. One of the orange monkeys extends his hand joyfully. I approached him to check the details of the nut encapsulated in it. However, whenever I wanted to grasp the hand for a moment, their glance turned to the outside of the cave. However, the moment I tried to grasp his hand, he turned his attention to the outside of the cave. N. This looks like a one-time thing, based on the previous sentence, so would it be worded like this? Is it the dried meat? This fellow is only doing this to gain favors. GA. The 4 orange monkeys immediately rushed outside when I gave them permission. Something felt weird. Don't they want to eat what they've caught? It is probably influenced by the philosophy of the more you catch the more you eat. I dismantle the meat the orange monkeys caught with my claw and I put the bone and internal organs in a large jar for disposal. This has now become my daily routine. I throw in salt and 5 berries into the jar for the dried meat, then I added the meat and mix it up inside the jar. One of the orange monkeys approached me with pieces of dry meat in his hands. 2 pieces in the left, 1 on the right. It started to eat the piece in his right hand with a loud chewing sound. Well, I'll allow it if it is only 3 pieces. It has taken an interest in the thing that I'm doing. Should I take advantage of this and hammer the knowledge of making dry meat into him? I will drive this into him and let this be his chore from now on. I explain using gestures and instruct the orange monkey to rub the meat with salt and mix it. I taught which jar has the salt and 5 berries, and I explained the procedures. After I confirm that it has general understanding, I cut the meat, added salt, Paris, rub it in, and then proceed to pack the meat in front of him. Then I step away from the meat and instruct him with my hand. Ow! The orange monkey then immediately began to make dried meat. Because its handling of the pot was really rough, so I took a short breather, and soon after I returned it was beginning to turn out for the better. I decided to teach the orange monkey this way in the future. When the jar is full of meat and spice, I put it in the corner. Before process to dry it, it is necessary to let the spice spread. I was instilled in the way to make dried meat from cows. I taught him my dried meat recipe on the first half of the meat. Needs to be corrected, no idea what it is trying to say though, I thought so too. However, I hung the other half of the meat without salt. Should I have forcibly taught him how to make dried meat? Oh, if they would start to hunt and make dried meat without me having to do anything. What is this? Do they rush here if they hear monkey whistle? No, it's good to take it easy. Surprisingly, being the boss gives me a lot of free time. Even if I do nothing, the ingredients will be gathered, so should I leave the cooking to the monkeys too? Well, when the black lizard's HP is restored, then we will resume level hunting together. My daily life became stable, so that's good. This is from my daily life also became stable after all. I think this is close enough without confusing the hell out of people. Though not all of my HP has been restored yet, should I make more jars with the clay from Clay Bear after such long time? Because the number of residents increased by 4, it is necessary to preserve even more food. In order to do that, the first step is to increase the number of jars for storage. When I carried the clay outside and concentrated on kneading, another monkey appeared. It has a number of meat in one hand and a piece stuck on it body hair. This fellow, he bit a large amount of meat. Well, it is all good. It has become easier to make dried meat, just a little more wasted than usual is fine. More importantly, this fellow has become interested in ceramic art. A special characteristic of this orange monkey is dexterous, and he has long, thin fingers. I'm certain it would have a higher proficiency in art than me, who has stiff thick scales cover my hands. Unfortunately, I can't reach to the top with my hands. Completely out of the blue. Someone add more context. Top as in the best, so he is saying unfortunately due to my hands I will never truly let me be a great artist. It is regrettable to give up, but let's assume that I entrusted my dream to this orange monkey. I mixed the clay from Clay Bear with normal earth and then kneaded it in front of the orange monkey. When the shape is in place, I take charcoal out of the cave, surround the jar and heat it using baby breath. I covered it sand when the jar's color changed to white to dissipate some of the heat from the charcoal. The production process was shown, so I urged the monkey to also make one. Trying to make the shape didn't go so well. I advised and gave it pointers, but in the end the appearance did not seem right. I compromised with the shape, because remembering the process is more significant. It could be used to put things inside, and there is also stability, so it shouldn't be problematic in everyday usage. Ow! The monkey shed tears when it compared its creation to the jar I made. Oi, stop crying. Even I had to practice without sleep. Well, there is a first attempt for everything. Combining your characteristic skill, dexterity, and hand features, you could outgrow me completely. I bring more charcoal out of the cave and let the monkey bury the jar. I heat it up using baby breath. The monkey threw sand on top of the jar to put out the fire, and when the jar was cooled down it was taken out of the charcoal. We moved to the river with our newly hardened jar. I feel a strange glance. Thinking it is a monster, I turn around. The black lizard popped its head out from the woods and gave reproachful glare to the monkey. Teelusikallinen, tsundere. When it noticed that I looked back, and she quickly disappeared into a bush. What is the matter with her? No, there is a possibility that this is another black lizard. But the size and features were perfectly the same. Because we've been together for a while, I'm confident I would be able to recognize her. Well, let's wash the jar. While submersed in the current of the river, sand is soothed with water. Sand is soothed with water? Anyone with knowledge of pottery, please add terminology for this if there is any. Submerging it in the current of the river caused the sand attached to the pot to detach. Looking at me, the monkey starts to dip the jar in the river. The shape of the jar that the monkey made is distorted, but after we finished baking it and removed the stains, the color was beautiful and the whole thing looked surprisingly respectable. It seems to be delighting as I rub the surface with its cheek and pat the finished pot on the side. TL, similar to how you rub ass. Please correct the sentence. I'm not sure I get the meaning, so I'll leave it alone. And it seemed to be delighted as he rubbed the surface of the pot with his hand and against his cheek. Right, I've educated him enough for him to be able to do ceramic arts. He will surely become a good ceramic artist. When we go back to the cave, I will let him make a few more to make sure he is improving. For the time being, cooking and pottery have been decided. If it is like this, I want 2 people for each chore. But as it is, I also want the other 2 people responsible for something. I thought of enlarging the cave soon. Should I make the remaining personnel help with that? Also, I want to have some pictures drawn. Something like a fresco would be good, like it's a smiling dragon that looks like it's either attacking people or people are coming to attack it. I give up. Something like a fresco would be good, because humans might not come to attack once they see the face of the laughing dragon I made. We got back to the entrance of the cave. Should I make bricks for the enlargement of the cave while the monkeys make jars? From other side I heard the sound of kneading clay, and upon closer inspection, the form of the black lizard, desperately mixing bare clay with its forepaw, could be seen. TL, feel like black lizard is a girl. We thought so too, but I think he doesn't know it, and it will be revealed as a big twist. E2, and she has a crush on our dragon. What a twist. What are you doing? Are you playing? Different from me, who walks on 2 legs, the black lizard walked on 4. I don't think you can make anything like that. GA. When I spoke, it jumped up from the kneaded clay and ran away to the forest. TL, Tsundere, E2, most likely. What was that about? Is that fellow interested in pottery too? Chapter 66. Red Monkey's Everyday Life. Don't know why Red Monkey. Kishi. Kishi. Kishii. I woke up to the cry of the black lizard. Is it morning already? The black lizard is strangely excited. By chance, has a demon entered the cave? When I tried to get up though, my body was too heavy to move. It is hot and soft. What is this? It smells of animal. Oh? The 4 orange monkeys are sleeping and hugging my body. These fellows, seriously, leave me a bit more room. Or rather, even if the monkeys are all over me, why are you wrapping around me too, black lizard? The 4 still snored without sign of moving. Get up quickly. I am not able to move my body, so I can't get any work done. Ow. They don't seem to be waking up. Should I give up and return to sleep? Kishii. When I tried to shut my eyelids again, the black lizard bit into one of the orange monkey's body. Ow! The one that got bit jumps up and the rest follow. The monkey status has poison alpha and a whole lot of it. I persuaded the reluctant black lizard to use detoxification on the monkey. The black lizard doesn't seem to favor the monkeys so much. Even though their relationship has improved a little, there's no breakthrough in sight, so it is somewhat a problem. Regrettably, I wonder if it is too late to expel the feeling between the orange monkeys and the black lizard. I have promised to help it become the queen of pottery. Do you mean king? Early in the morning, the meat that was soaked in salt and stored in jars was served by the orange monkey in charge of food and me. We carried the jar of salted meat outside, the 2 of us focused on preparing the tree branch for drying meat. There was not enough branches on the tree we were using previously, as we've filled out all of them, so we moved on to the next one and cleaned it of any leaves with my baby breath. I burned the leaves, and with the help of the monkey we used all of the small branches to hang up the meat. The food situation will be all right for a while. Without saying anything, the monkey in charge of pottery was kneading some clay silently. Foma, there is some enthusiasm. I'm looking forward to the day it surpassed me. Also, I am now going to deal with the enlargement of the cave, so that means digging. If I start digging the earth wall with my fingernails, there is a possibility of it collapsing. If done unskillfully, this possibility will be even higher. Because of that, necessary tools will be required. There is no shovel in our home, so let's make one. Next, I went to the orange monkey, who was kneading a jar desperately, and made a shovel with demon bear clay. In truth, I would like to use iron, but even if it is found, it can't be processed easily. Not as is. There is still scratch on the vase's surface. If this clay is used as a shovel, it won't break easily. If the tip is thin, it should function like a shovel. The jar's shape doesn't seem to doing well, so for a change of pace I helped the orange monkey. In the end, 5 shovels and 1 hammer were made. 10娘にぶん殴られたのが記憶に鮮明に残っていたので、あれを思い返しながら作った。Since it was hits, it in the beast's daughter was left to clear the memory made while recalled the there. N. My best guess is S. He has a clear memory of these tools from his or her past life. It is buried under charcoal and heated up with baby breath. The charcoal is slowly running out too. It seems there is yet more work. After the shovel is complete, the carpet is taken outside and the brick wall is removed. I hit the wall with the hammer to make a crack, and the 4 monkeys start digging forward into the wall. Wait, it is strangely hard to dig through this soil. As we made progress, I stopped to look over our work while the monkeys continued working steadily. After all, my hands do not seem to be suitable for the use of tools. Is this the strong point of primates? Since digging was inefficient and only made me tired, I gave myself the important job of carrying the excavated soil outside instead. The black lizard curled up in the corner of the cave and was sleeping as I sulked. No. It is not sleeping, since it sometimes opens its eyes slightly. Sorry for the wait, black lizard. Once the enlargement is over, let's go hunt again. I want look for something I can use as ink in the middle of the forest. The enlargement of the cave ended. The ceiling has also been excavated to expand upwards per my command. The unused jars were piled up to make a work stand for the monkeys to continue digging. Before long, light streamed from overhead. This is good progress. If I build a fireplace and chimney with bricks for cooking, I can smoke meat without reservation in the cave. It will make this place cooler. Way cooler. Bricks are applied to the place that was dug out immediately. We pour demon clay into the opening and harden it with baby breath. There are still gray wolf pelts, so there is no problem with the carpet. Once we have used the leftover bricks to build a fireplace and chimney, the expansion of the cave ended. As expected of the orange monkeys, the near-human constitution and physical ability of monsters are amazing. Even if professional carpenters or builders gathered, they would not match the level of proficiency we achieved. I want to steadily raise the technology level under these conditions. When they knew work has ended, they were tired as expected, and the 3 monkeys sat on the spot cross-legged and wiped away their sweat. Good work, good work. Well, it is heavy labor after all. You can eat the dried meat as much as you like. The resident chef monkey is in charge of our meat now, but it still waits for my permission to eat. Only the resident potter monkey left the cave when it understood that their work has ended. I thought it grabbed some dried meat for itself as well, but the monkey began silently crafting another clay jar. That fellow, his craftsmanship is too great. Chapter 67. A Girl's Scream. The black lizard and I decided to finally hunt together today. I really wanted to make monkey in charge of pottery make a stone statue today, but I was not about to ignore the black lizard that has been snuggling my feet since this morning. Because black lizard and orange monkeys had spare time, I thought it would be good bonding time together. I'm done teaching and helping the monkeys with their new jobs in the cave, and because the black lizard kept rolling around the cave the whole time, I decided to leave and hunt for more experience points so we could evolve. Karabokishamekaru. The black lizard barks happily. Rather this, she actually looks to have an extreme dissatisfaction. Please. Was something wrong with me? It must refer to the orange monkeys that have both happily arrived behind me. Oh, ow. Aora. Ow. Oh. An orange monkey is walking around triumphantly with a shovel and the other with a hammer in hand. It seems unavoidable for them to want to use them as weapons because they were happily looking for prey while brandishing them. The result, when I examined with status browse, the shovel gave a bonus of attack power plus 18 and the hammer seemed give a status correction of attack power plus 28. Attack power plus 28. Wow, that is pretty big. The jump in attack force of the orange monkey is close to 30%. I also tried to swing the shovel, but I do not think I will use it in battle, so I decided to fight with my bare hands. After all, tools are an advantage for primates. I can't wait to see the orange monkeys use the tools while I rampage. Karabokishamekaru. The black lizard was crying bitterly while looking up at the sky. What, did she not eat enough yet? It is a painful thing not using words as a communication medium after all. While walking around hunting demons, I teach the orange monkeys about valuable plants along the way. I am the strongest in this group. However, the orange monkeys are a powerful unit. With a single swing of the shovel at the neck of a gray wolf, the kill is almost certain. It's a complete murder weapon. Soon the level-up conditions will be met. I still won't be able to mess around. If I don't hunt, the experience point won't accumulate after he evolves? It would be a good idea to make a basket from a tree. Soon my hands will be completely full. Time to kick so ass. When the time to turn back came, I didn't fight anything. Well, even though I only came to hunt for experience points, we ended up not doing anything. Shit. The black lizard was not even willing to hide its complaints. She was just staring at me. This time it was the orange monkey's turn to learn to hunt with us, too. Now that we have turned around and begun to return to the cave, I can faintly hear a human scream. The voice sounded like it was asking for help. I've heard this voice before. Is that Milia? Is it coming from deep inside the forest? It sounded as if she was trying to fight against something, but why? I thought about going to help, but the orange monkeys are equipped with weapons and the black lizard was not in a good mood. If we look at the most likely scenario, without wishful thinking, it will likely become a war once we enter. Will these guys listen to me? They do have good heads, or is it better to be patient and do nothing? Should I head out alone? When I was attacked, only Milia came to save me. But I am also different from the figure of those days. I hear another scream and start running toward the voice. The orange monkeys come chasing soon after. Gah! The orange monkeys stop when I shout with an angry voice. I look back and with a wave of my arm I tell them to go to the cave. I am not sure, but my intentions seem to have transmitted to the orange monkeys, who stopped. Kishii. The orange monkeys stayed, but the black lizard did not stop. Because the orange monkeys look like they have good heads, I thought they'll immediately understand my intention. I do not have time to slowly persuade them now. As we speak, Milia might be killed and eaten by monsters. I suddenly accelerated my roll and rejected the black lizard's attitude. Black lizard also used roll to follow me. Oh, not now. Do you think this is a rematch or some race to settle who is the fastest? But the black lizard in this terrain should not catch up to me. Kishii. The distance between us does not change. The ability to grasp the terrain, decisions on how fast to take things, and even the differences in technique affect speed in this type of race, so the combination of all these factors is more important than the original quickness of the wearer. When I was chasing recklessly, I was impinging on the inner parts of trees. Impinge definition, to make an impression, have an effect or impact. Trying to pursue me is as hard as it comes. While swaying from side to side I sprinkle in numerous feints. I selected a difficult course and bounced into the air. By bouncing my body I was able to avoid the dangerous places. The black lizard could not respond in time and had collided with rocks. The roll was forced to be released and the black lizard's body was thrown into the air and consequently fell onto the ground. Karabokishimekeru. I suddenly stopped in a hurry and then rushed over to the black lizard. Hey, it's okay. I'm here. Karabokishimekeru. The black lizard is little weak when it comes to attacking, but her HP is still sufficient. Tsu. Just then I heard another cry coming from Milia. If she is in a similar state to what she sounds like, then it could be too late. I stroked the back of the black lizard's small head and then moved out with roll toward the voice. While in the middle of running, guilt started to loom over me. Is this what I should be doing? If I took a demon with me while rescuing a human, there is a high risk of confusion. The black lizard might suffer an injury or even eat Milia, and the latter is a crisis that is highly likely. I have the confidence that I can tolerate attacks on my own. It will be painful, but I think that there is no other way. If I entered my human form I would be able to pick up a weapon, but it would surely end the same way. For orange monkeys and for the black lizard this is not the case. A monster enemy will try to fight with and overthrow the best, and I have always had to do so against the monsters. This time the event may only be a small thing. If I continue to remain hanging on to this attitude, it is surely a battle between monsters and humans, and we may also be facing against uneven numbers right now. What do I want to do? Do I still want to be a human? Or am I satisfied with how things are now? My mind was going round and round and round and round. When I realized that the answer was not coming, I just ran to the direction of Milia's innocent voice, and then I clearly heard a voice in my head. LV of title skills tiny hero went up from 2 to 3. LV of title skills the path of evil went up from 3 to 4. Chapter 68. The Girl and the Dragon's Reunion. Milia's scream seems to be from the other side of the cliff. Using roll to build in momentum for flight, while pointing my neck downward I shoot baby breath backwards to gain speed, thus surpassing the cliff. When I arrives on the other side I immediately saw it. A girl with chestnut-colored hair, surrounded by 3 wolves. The clothes are torn apart with the wolves' claws, and although her body seems to suffer some injury, there is no fatal wound yet. Although I haven't fought with this monster before, it seems their behavior is the same as other wolves in cornering their prey. This time it is not a gray wolf. The wolf had blue fur and an eye on its forehead. Its physique was larger than a gray wolf's. The aura it emitted made it seem like it might be an evolution of the gray wolf. Mahauruhu, di rank monster, Mahauruhu inzarozu. The third eye is constantly seeking information, and it has the ability to share this information to monster of the same kind in its vicinity. It usually hunts by cooperating with nearby forces to corner the prey. D-ranked is lower than me, but there are many of them. Just looking at the description, they will most likely call for more friends. I followed up my suspicions by performing a status check. The normal skill status view, LV5, is insufficient and information cannot be obtained accurately. Race, Great Wolf. State *******. LV, 9/28. HP, 58/58. MEPE, 13/35. ATK, 52. Defense, 31. Magic Force, 63. Quickness, 62. Rank, D. Characteristic skills. Group action, LV third eye, LV. Magic wave transmission, LV2 magic wave reception, LV2. Resistance skills. Earth attribute resistance, LV2 paralysis resistance, LV2. Normal skills. Bite, LV2 piercing glare, LV2. Fire nail, LV1. Title skills. Brutality, LV2. What is this abnormal state? Third eye, is that an attack or something? The stats are lower than an orange monkey, but the abnormal state makes me anxious. I stopped in surprise of this, but I could not afford to let my guard down just yet. Goo! I raised a loud roar to turn the attention of the Maha wolf to me. I was able to attract the great wolf attention, but then I saw Milia, who was looking at me with despair being the only expression on her face. She had white skin, stark blue lips, and big, easygoing eyes which began to open wide. Γιατί συνέβη αυτό? Somehow she seemed to have the kind of face whose wits could escape the devil when confronted with bandits. And right now she is in just such a situation. Now that I've found her, things are bound to get a little bit spicy. I wonder whether I should have tried to evolve before meeting her as a passing thought. I approach, Milia is trembling while trying to prepare to protect herself. Without thinking, I cover her up with my body. Gurua! The four great wolf jumped at me. Since it was an ambush, I used baby breath. Two of the great wolf in the center of the four bodies weren't able to dodge and fell prey to the hot air. Kion! Kun! The two which received the hot air breath are trying to escape from suffering the full force of the heat. Now they have received the abnormal state of burn. The two that avoided it by diving left and right came and attacked me from both sides. Gurua! The great wolf came biting from both sides, and to prevent it I flick open and spread my wings quickly. The two great wolf bodies were cleanly sent flying, lifted and slammed into the ground. Then they sat up and fled. I thought that I should follow, but there is no point in doing so. Anyway, taking into account what I have in my field of view, I should finish the fellows who are down while I still have the chance. With my claw I stabbed the two wolves which were weakened by baby breath, finishing them off. 36 experience points obtained. Because title skills walk eggs, LV an additional 36 experience points obtained. Child Plague Dragon went up from LV 39 to 40. LV of Child Plague Dragon is now max. You have fulfilled the evolution conditions. Oh, it finally came. If my level rose a little earlier, I would not have to fight right now in the form of a Child Plague Dragon. If I evolved, would this crisis still be an issue, or would it have been settled by now? I do not know if this situation is a decent fight even if I was a child. It is unlikely as they are a D rank monster. Would I have escorted her back to the village? If I evolved, the intimidating feeling I exert should soften somewhat. While I was deep in thoughts, Milia, who had been frightened of me since I showed up and has been staring at me the entire time. Proigumeno? Although Milia is scared, when she saw that I was driving off the wolves and am not attacking her, she seemed to have started thinking that I might be here to help. Milia started to rise even while her legs were trembling and started to wave her hands at me. What? What's happening? Those gestures, could she be mimicking the gesture I made when I first met Milia, possibly? When I was a baby dragon, when I found my first human beings in this world, I can recall the memory of approaching them with my hands shaking with delight. Perhaps she has understood that it was me? No, I cannot be certain. My figure has changed since then, so the chance of her recognizing me is very low. However, I am beginning to thinking that it is a possibility. Gugwa. Milia says, imitating my cries. I also raised my hands and tried to shake them, the same Milia. Milia's face brightened up and she embraced my belly. Ευχαριστώ για τη βοήθεια. Oh hey. My appearance might be like this, but the one inside is a man. Well, to be fair, it does say that I am accepted beyond what is expected of me, but there is a feeling that I am being seen as an animal. No, it is probably just me because I am embarrassed after being touched so much. Even so, why was she alone in this forest? To the village, no, it will only cause a confusion. Milia might get in trouble too. Should I keep it at sending her near the village? I looked back towards the cliff and remembered that the black lizard had an injured foot. The injury was not a big deal, but the fact that the black lizard has been left in that situation like that is painful to me. I want to go to see how she is as early as possible. I want go back to the cave to apologize to the black lizard and then deliver Milia to the village, but I do not want to leave Milia in the forest for that long. It's not even about my fears, it is literally impossible. It is not safe to take her to the other side of the cliff, because there is no guarantee that the black lizard and orange monkeys are not going to kill Milia. To begin with, did Milia really come alone, or was she in the middle of something that I do not know about? It might be possible that there are human beings other Milia here. Anyway, I do not know where to start from, so why not hear the situation from her? Though it is low, I also have the LV. One skill Gurisha language. After a little bit of patiently trying to speak, I should be able to understand the situation. Gae. Gueitsu. When I tried to listen to the story from Milia, I heard more cries of great wolf and it cut off my line of thought. Looking back, there was a swarm of great wolf. They had a higher average level than the ones from a little while ago. It's still easy to defeat them, but it could expose Milia to danger. So for now we should escape. Ga. I bowed down with a gesture to tell Milia to ride on top of me. Chapter 69. Maha-Wolf. Milia is on my back. She stoops her body so as not to disturb my balance as I run through the forest. Because raising my speed is likely to cause me to drop her, I suppressed it, but it seems to be difficult to shake off the great wolf at this speed. Garua. Garua. This fellow, their number increased to 6. How come they have been able to chase me up to here? The difference in ability should clearly be showed. There doesn't seem to be a high-ranked fellow there when many with similar strength stick together. Somehow it's not that far off the mark. These fellow are not stupid like the grey wolves. Every time they come to attack, they retreat once I countered back. Is the strange abnormality from its stats a while ago related? Excitement? Confusion? Since status check, LV5 not able to confirm it, is it a skill belongs to some strong monster? Great Wolf is in possession of characteristic skill magic wave reception that might be the reason. The troublesome boss might be lying in wait. Once Milia is in a safe place, I should look for its leader. Bisho. Listening to Milia's voice, I take a look behind me. Great Wolf has increased its speed and had began to shorten the distance with me. That was dangerous, my thought went somewhere. Let's worry about that later, for now I need to take care of these guys. Ga. Hold on tight. As I bark, Milia strengthened the grip of her hands on my shoulder. I fasten my speed and creates a distance between me and the Maha wolves in a dash. Milia is on my back holding tightly. As I thought running at this speed, Milia almost falls. You should use your strength to endure the shock so it will be impossible to fall even during impact. When running, a small cave can be seen. It is not possible for them to get behind me if I go in there, so it is perfect for ambush. I turn the body towards the cave and run for it. Inena diexodo. Milia murmured in my ear anxiously. Gatsu. I squealed to cheer her up and began to speed up a little bit. In order to intercept with room to spare, I want to enter the cave even 1 second earlier to fix my posture. Decelerating upon entering the cave, I stop at the dead end at the back. And set her down in the corner of the cave. Although a little dark, it is not too dark as I can still somewhat see. While my eyes are getting used to this, let's intercept these fellows. In case of the area of the cave, the Maha wolves shouldn't be able to pass my side as long as I firmly guard it. In this case, Milia will not be in danger. Girawa. The cry of the Maha wolves echoes inside the cave. They came. Ga. I also ready myself and run to the center of the cave, opening my wings and fly low. Because this cave is narrow, there is no longer a little gap on the left and right when I spread my wings. It is not gonna be perfect but ought to be possible to avoid them passing. Right, left, middle. Rolling up the wings that expanded to the left and right, I ran into 3 bodies that is in front of me. Gyo! The Maha wolves raise a scream as it hit the ceiling and the wall. With a sharp twist, I mowed down the remaining 3 with my tail. Quickly all 5 of the Maha wolves became corpses. You cannot gain experience because of your max level. Wait a minute. Should I evolve quickly? No, it's likely to lead to a lifetime of regret if I decided to be impatient and do it. Oh, I've had enough. Is what most likely will come out if I decide this in a moment of crisis. Looking towards the entrance of the cave. There is no particular sign of more monsters. I decided to come out to the outside of the cave alone. I tried searching the surrounding area, but there is no appearance of Maha wolves. Anyway, it looks good, so I think the crisis is over. Although I do feel like the chief that had been instructed Maha wolves is still likely around. Even so, this is strange no matter how I think about it. There should be no reason to aim for me there. Concerning all the Maha wolves, what is that abnormal condition? Unexpectedly, it might be nothing more than just overinterpretation from me. Merely just a strong sense of camaraderie and desire for revenge. This is not impossible either. Do I look for the boss of the Maha wolves, or do I send Milia to the village? If Milia is aimed by the boss of Maha wolves for some reason, it might be a bad move to merely return as it is. I can't grasp Milia's situation, so let's confirm it. She might have some idea about the Maha wolves. However, to understand with my Gyurisha language, LV1, I'll have you explain in easy words. In addition, I look around outside again to confirm that there are no more enemies. Then I return back into the cave. For the time being, while walking to where Milia is, should I confirm my next evolution? If I can grasp the information about the evolution, it may be a way out to escape a crisis in case of emergency. The next evolution. I walk through the dark passages of the cave. When I squint my eyes and look real hard ahead, I could faintly see Milia panicking. Milia tries to move and hits her head on the wall, falling down. Could it be that she can't see at all? But I can see, maybe because I am a dragon. It might be slightly different from human eyes. Well, such things doesn't matter. It's alright as it's not really a big thing. Although she might be a little uneasy since it is dark and there might be monsters overlooking in the dark, but such worry is unnecessary. For now, please show me the next evolution options. As I think of that while walking, a string of characters appears in my head. Would you like to view the evolution options? The voice in my head asked. Future. Jormungand, rank C+. Little Arc Dragon, rank C. Artificial Dragon, rank C. Rolling Dragon, rank C. Dark Drago Hyuma, rank. Current. Child Plague Dragon, rank D+. Past. Baby Dragon, rank D. Dragon Egg, rank F. There are 5 evolution options I can choose from. As long as I am not Plague Dragon, I'm okay. Let's start with asking for details from the bottom one. Dark Drago Hyuma, rank. Lower class humanoid dragon. Instead of a monster, it is classified as a second subrace. Its body is covered in black scales. Is this the same as a real human? Is this good? If it's a dragonoid, I can talk to other people without using the art of human transformation, or will they still shoot me with an arrow when I enter the village? Well, though there are various things to think about, let's check every evolution first. Rolling Dragon, rank C. Dragon that prioritized speed over strength. It is not possible to follow the speed with the eyes of an ordinary person. A speedster in the dragon world. Speed, this is absolutely because of roll. Certainly I like to use roll, or more like I've been pushed to use it too much. But although I've struggled so far, I have a feeling that speed is the most important after all. Great Orange Monkey too, in the end abandon its HP and strength to choose the speed buff. No matter how strong you are, it's useless if your attack doesn't hit. That's why roll is important to me. Is it a bit rash to abandon it? Artificial Dragon, Rank C. Dragon with 6 dexterous hands. A mask-like shell covers the face, preventing an attack to the head. Although the status is low, it's a rare dragon that can handle weapons freely. The dexterous hands does seem to be useful for making things and stuff like that. I understood the usefulness of the weapon from the orange monkeys, and using different weapon in 6 arms has some kind of romance to it. But increasing body parts makes it feels like my evasion will decrease. This is a little tough. But it is still better than a twin head though. Little Arc Dragon, Rank C. Light Attribute Dragon. It has very high intelligence and skillful with white magic and light magic. Long ago there is also a legend that a hero used it as a means of transportation, but that is just a legend. From the little group means that I will stop growing once I became big. If there is a legend when a hero rides it, it might be deified is various place, so surprisingly it might not be too bad. I'm glad for the white magic too. Probably it would be the recovery magic. Dragon of Light that is superior in offense and defense. This also came out when I chose the Child Plague Dragon. It is not the complete opposite? Or is it thanks to Tiny Hero? Jormungand, Rank C+. Alias, a venomous snake dragon. It has an appearance like an audacious snake. Its whole body is covered in scales that contains deadly poison. Although its combat ability is low, it's said any opponent it fights will surely die because of poison. Has the ability to change the poison spitted into a monster. The land this monster has passed, it is said that the trees and plants will never grow there again. Ah, this guy is no good. This is as useless as the last one. Previous useless one? Of course it's the Child Plague Dragon. It's like the Jormungand's existence itself is evil. The artificial dragon is no good and the Jormungand is totally out of the question. For the time being. I hate being a centipede dragon and I definitely would absolutely hate being a venomous snake dragon. So what if it's AC+? Is there anyone who would dare choose him? E.N. Komoko would totally go for that. Rolling Dragon seriously values speed. Little Arc Dragon is the best except that it will stop growing. Or have the appearance of a person with the dark Drago Hyuma. Evolving into a person is already hard to imagine. Will I become unrelated to evolution once I become dark Drago Hyuma? Even if I become a human, will the black lizard still accept me? If I'm able to be familiar with a human dwelling, would it decrease the opportunity to meet the black lizard or would she just disappear? When I walk while thinking in distress, I almost hit the wall of the cave. That was dangerous, or rather I can't see the figure of Milia. Where did she go? Yepo? Because I heard a voice from below me, I take a look at my feet. Milia was face down just right beside of my foot. She grandly fell while trying to walk in the dark and seems to have lost the chance to get back up. Yua! Just a little more and I would have stepped on you. I carry Milia on my back to the outside of the cave. For now let's forget about evolution. Should I learn about Milia's circumstances? I want to think more carefully about my next evolution options. Because there is the possibility of not being able to be recognized when I evolved, I want to evolve in front of the black lizard if possible. If a situation where I got found out by a villager come, at that time I might be forced to pick my choice.